Alrighty, hello everybody and welcome back to JOKE4, the Great Escape. We are back at it again, wrapping up this fine Saturday with a few more of these round of 32 matches before we cruise on to Sunday. This actually will be the final match of this wonderful Saturday, and it's going to be Woey versus cyger. As always, I am Marasati, and commentating along with me is going to be treeidk. How's it going?
Hello. I'm doing absolutely fantastic on this Saturday evening, and I hope all of you are doing the same. It will be an exciting match, truly, but what do you expect to see?
I mean, seeing these players, I am definitely a lot more familiarized with cyger. They are quite the regular when it comes to these tournaments hosted by Jay. I'm pretty sure like they can date back all the way back to, at least to my knowledge, JOKE3, maybe even beyond that. I know they have been around for quite a while, and for Woey, I actually haven't really seen them that much. They are the higher seed though, so cyger will have a bit of a battle here, but I don't think it's anything too ordinary for cyger. He's been in this spot a lot in his career.
Well, this is my first Joke event, so I wouldn't be too familiar with these players, but yeah, looking at the seeding, Woey has the slightly higher seed. That does not mean cyger is at a large disadvantage, but you know, I'd say honestly I wouldn't be surprised if it would be a tiebreaker, but only time will really tell.
Yeah, and with this being a little bit of a twist, we don't really have any bans or protects in this round of 32 matchup. So it's kind of just pick what you will and go from there. You don't have really anything to avoid in this situation. Everything is up for grabs, and I feel cyger, I think, will be a lot more Rice focused than usual. I don't think they're quite the LN player, or I could have my things mixed up. I know it's either they're really good at Rice or LN. I can't remember which one.
Well, looking at the qualifier stats at least, it did seem like cyger was a little bit better on those LNs and hybrids than Rice, but you know, maybe just qualifier maps then again.
Yeah, this is a step down from our qualifiers map, so I feel cyger and as well as Woey kind of just going into these maps with a lot lower expectations than what qualifiers held for them. And with this, Woey will be opting for that first pick of Hybrid 2. And like you mentioned, cyger is a lot more experienced in the long note / hybrid field than in Rice. And plus, I feel this is Woey's first time going up against a player like cyger who's been around for such a while. I don't know if this is Woey's first tournament or not in the joke range. I would have to double check that.
I'm not too sure, but we do see a first early miss from Woey. Probably not gonna impact the outcome too much, but you know, just a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, maybe Woey just a bit caught off on this map's pretty, just like the map opening up, maybe just wasn't prepared just yet. Maybe was caught off by the MP start being quick on the time, but cyger going to get that first opening score margin here, roughly 20,000 points nearly in their favor, as Woey does pick up another break on seemingly these just simple Rice patterns. These bursts not really actually tripping them up, and neither these doublets. cyger actually going to trade one of those misses back, but will have the accuracy advantage. The combo is in favor of Woey, and unlike, you know, your 4 key or even 7 key or just other tournaments that require 4 keys or more, this is one singular key, so combo is a lot more valuable than other tournaments kind of have them at.
I mean, so far both players have been holding true. Oh no, there goes cyger, bringing his 200 comma down, giving Woey back. You know, I'm so used to like standard. Well, it's just giving Woey a little bit of a boost.
Yeah, cyger missing a lot more on these more awkward snappings, lots of these elongated streams, like kind of raining down more of these very fast bursts with these snappings, really taking a toll on them here. Dropping all the way down to 97.6. They are in range of accuracy of Woey, but it's just a combo game right now. Woey actually reaching the 400 combo cap. That is rare. What, especially in such an early game one key scene, you rarely see the 400 combo cap get hit, but Woey is managing to pull through, and that's what's keeping them in the game by such a wide margin. It's just that combo, yet cyger is slowly chipping away just by the sole accuracy. It's not by much, so if cyger wants a shot to take a break point here, Woey is going to need to drop something quick, but time is running out, and I think Woey has safely secured their first point.
I mean, he did find some misses at the start of the map, but at the I would say, you know, after the first quarter, he did seem to become like a lot more comfortable and just went on and FC'd the rest of the map. So props to him.
Yeah, but with this, it is a best of 7 first to 4 situation, so gonna be a lot fast paced than usual. cyger will opt for their first pick, and yeah, you can see it came down to the misses. cyger picking up 2 extra misses as well as some 50s and some 100s to accompany that score, but actually beating out the ratio of Woey and getting half of their 200s. And cyger going to capitalize off of the LN department and opt for LN1. Gonna go for Summer Song here. I'd say one of our more popular picks, actually. I've seen this get picked a lot in these matches.
I mean, that must tell you something about the map, you know, it's pretty good.
I mean, this is an absolute banger song. Quoted from Jay, which I also do agree from him. And I feel this is a pretty safe pick for cyger. Like we said, there are a lot more advanced in that LN department, and I feel that they've been around for just so long that their LN, like, they kind of know what to expect for these maps, because like I said, they've just been around for such a while. And what we're gonna kind of take their time out here to just maybe reset their laptop, maybe restart their client, having a bit of just laptop issues.
You know, your usual technical issues, it does happen. But yeah, as you mentioned, I mean, cyger should be pretty comfortable with these kind of maps just due to his like experience and just generally the more, you know, you play these kind of tournaments, the more you get used to these kind of patterns. So would I have to, I mean, I would have to say he has a slight advantage just from his experience, in my opinion. But we'll see. Does seem like Woey's back. All right.
Alrighty, here we go, underway with LN1, and I feel cyger's kind of viewpoint here is more or less just the LN releases, I believe. I feel this map being a lot more release-oriented with the LNs. That's kind of what cyger's lens was for this map, and opening up, it did play out very well for them. They did have the better accuracy. I believe they dropped maybe a 200 or so, but we just opened up with this map. Plenty is still to come, but now they're actually facing a accuracy deficit in contrast to Woey. Then again, it's not the biggest of margins. It's only about 0.07 of a percentage, but I mean, we have seen that every judgment counts, but Woey actually going to pick up a couple 200s here on these bursts, and now they drop themselves down to a 99.5.
Yeah, at this point, it's just an accuracy battle. I mean, cyger is leading by about 0.20, but Woey is slowly building it back his accuracy, so far not a lot happening. Woey finding another 200.
Yeah, and underway with our back half here. Cyger still with that lead off of pure accuracy right now. These players still holding on to a full combo, but there are some snap changes in this back half that could potentially throw off the players' accuracy if they're not careful. But right now, both these players absolutely treating this map like it's nothing. Cyger and Woey both all rainbows on that short release section, not really getting bothered at all from these releases. That's just coming down to the ratio game, and right now Cyger is currently winning that. But this lead is slowly shrinking. It's gonna come down to these final doublets here on this ending, and some of these final releases. Every judgment is going to matter here. 4,000 points of difference, although it seems fairly close, that can change in a snap of a finger.
One miss and it's over, but it does seem like cyger has pulled through, and just from his accuracy advantage, winning this point.
Yeah, very, very close call near the end there, but Cyger manages to pull it off. 2.6k points, and actually, it was just the 200s that managed to get Cyger that point here. As although that 300 difference, I will point out, is just slightly different, only about 12 300s there. It's just a Cyger getting half of what Woey got here. That will tie this game up at 1 here, and Woey right on a heartbeat just goes for the speed pick, not wasting any time. I feel maybe gonna try to see how well Cyger's physicality is here.
It's your speed map. Now, I'm not too sure. Hold on, let me check this real quickly. Wasting qualifiers, it did seem like Woey did find a little bit of a higher score than Cyger in that speed, but again, it was a little bit higher as those qualifiers, so we should expect a little bit of an easier map. Now, not too sure who has an advantage here, but we'll see.
Yeah, these players are nothing to scoff at, and although the seed differential is quite large, these players have had each other by the necks throughout these maps. It's come down to ratio, it's come down to 200s. The slightest of mistakes can really throw this into the opponent's side, and it just comes down to just those minor mistakes in maps like this. But I feel with the speed pick, usually accuracy doesn't really play a role unless you're one of those players that can absolutely just plow through these more early game speed maps, and I think that's what Woey's trying to do here. Cyger does pick up an early break, but nothing to really go over with already as this map just began. It's also one of our few maps that's actually 3 minutes in length. Usually all these maps 1 to 2 minutes, but this one of the few to actually hit the 3-minute marker. So you have a lot more to play with here.
So far, Woey has seemed pretty comfortable on this pick. Cyger did pick up a miss just right there, and also some 200s earlier. A little bit unfortunate, giving Woey the combo advantage, and since he's holding a high act currently, that also isn't exactly favoring Cyger, is it?
Yeah, unfortunately, Cyger just having a whole percentage now down in accuracy here, while Woey 99.79 for them, absolutely not giving any form of care on these doublets, these bursts, these speed patterns, even these snapping switch-ups, not really going to bother them at all. And as we head into our first actual break here, where you can kind of see how your opponent's doing, Cyger probably thinking now they really have to kick it into full gear here. They need to at least prey on a massive downfall from Woey here. And I mean, there's plenty of map left to do it. You don't really have to worry about, I think you just have to worry about how you yourself does, and just pray the hardest on your opponent's downfall.
Yeah, but unfortunately so far Woey has seemed pretty strong on this speed pick. Just plowing through it, not giving cyger an inch. And I mean, what can cyger really do except just hope that Woey finds a miss or finds like 200s, but he misses on the slow part. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, very unfortunate from cyger. That was their window of opportunity, and now Woey, 40,000 points of difference heading into the final quarter of the map here. I mean, they find a break on these very fast doublets, as these time signatures do change near the end here. But that one singular miss won't really do much. You're going to have to find a lot more than that. And some of these more like rolly type bursts come raining down. None of these players getting phased from this. But cyger does miss on the transition here. And now Woey is ahead by an even bigger margin. Now 70,000 points. cyger picks up another break. And now Woey in the driver's seat. Now 75,000 points in their favor, as it reaches down to the final 100k of the map. Woey safely managing to pull off an 80,000 point lead, and despite cyger's best efforts to kind of maintain that accuracy, unfortunately just too many misses, and Woey will pick up the second point.
Wow, I mean, I'm just like a little bit speechless from that performance from Woey. Practically just finding that one miss at the very start and just reverse choking. A little bit unfortunate from him, but wow, I mean, overall, incredible performance. Unfortunately, cyger did find some misses during the middle, and that's all it took for Woey to take advantage, get the score lead, and win by 70,000 points. 2-1.
Yeah, it is now 2-1 for Woey here, so cyger really gonna have to think for this pick. Wouldn't be surprised. Yep, they are gonna jump into the final remaining LN pick on the board. They are gonna go for LN2 here, so shoot the star will be cyger's pick here. Could potentially, no, never mind. I was gonna say, could potentially be their last of the match. So going to opt for kind of a semi-last resort pick, I would say.
I mean, hey, if you won LN1, then LN2 is pretty similar in the style of mapping to LN1, so if you win one, why not try the other, you know?
Yep, exactly. And here we go, waiting for everyone just to get ready here. And I mean, seeing how the previous LN map went, cyger probably feeling a lot more comfortable now with like that knowledge on how LN1 went. They could look to tie things up here at 2 and make this a best of 3, which I mean could possibly happen. This map, quite long, 2.5 minutes, and I believe is a lot more release focused than what we saw on LN1. This is like pure release than LN1 being more, not really releasey, but like, I don't know how to put it, but this one being a lot more timing based.
Yeah, I would agree for the most part, but we do see an early accuracy advantage from cyger with about 1.7%. Well, now 1.4, well, something like that.
Yeah, they are really jumping out here with a very good accuracy, in contrast to Woey here. Down in that 98 range, these releases really not benefiting them at all. Not finding any sense of comfort whatsoever. As, I mean, like I said, this is cyger. Like, at their best, they do capitalize a lot off these LNs. That is their specialty, and right now they are really running away with this accuracy advantage, despite Woey still holding up to the full combo here. Both players, actually. It is a difference of only 13,000 points, so don't count anyone out yet. But still, it's just Woey needs to really boost that accuracy if they want a shot to really close in on that lead.
Still both FCing, and it does seem like Woey is building back his combo, but this was the section where he lost a lot of the combo at the very start. Let's see if he can get through the timings and maybe even try to match cyger's combo. Sorry, not combo, accuracy. But he's still down not 0.60. Yeah, there is still 1/4 of the map left.
Yeah, there is still time for anything to possibly happen. So I feel these players like don't take the foot off the gas just yet until the playfield disappears and you see the results. And these players really just hoping for the best right now, as Woey both players holding on to their full combos respectively. And as the map closes out, cyger, with a pretty commanding almost 15,000 point lead, ties this game up at 2 apiece. And Woey gonna miss on the final few notes there. Won't really matter. And cyger going to take a 2-2 tie now.
Yeah,
Very
I must
good
say... Yeah, you know what I must say? A very similar performance from both players as LN1. I mean, both of them practically FC'd also LN1. Just the accuracy difference was what gave cyger the point. And it does seem like this the same situation happened again. Just that Woey broke at the end and didn't get that FC. Well, practically a little bit of a choke at the end there for Woey. But hey, 2-2.
Yeah, it is now 2 apiece, like we said. So now this is where things do get a bit interesting. We've yet to see a break point come out. So, and we're gonna see Rice 1 then. This has been the kind of the meme map. Lots of players like getting single-digit 300s on this. I think we even saw a 1 million from a certain player that has been absolutely tearing this key mode apart in the past few years. They love grapes, and I think their favorite drink would be tea. But here we go. Underway with Rice 1.
I wonder who could you have been talking about? That's a mystery, right, guys?
I wonder who that could be. We'll never know. But anyway, here we go.
Well, so far, dead even.
Yeah, like I said, this is a very, this is going to come down to just who has the better ratio, who dropped more 300s. This is the map that really just requires the greatest accuracy to come out from one of these players, and I mean, it's going to be a nail biter throughout the entire map. And we won't really get a solid outcome until this map concludes. So
yeah, I mean, it's so close. Only accuracy being a little bit higher on Woey's side, but only by 0.8. I mean, it's really a lot. There's still 1/4 left, so there is still time to turn it around. But right now, Woey is leading by about 2,000 points.
yeah, now this lead starting to actually grow more concrete here at cyger. Oh, there's a break coming out of cyger here, and I mean, that will settle it, as unless Woey finds an absolute catastrophical drop, I don't think anything will really prevent them here. They have full coverage now, and the final notes come raining down here, and that will wrap up this pick. Woey now at a match point situation.
Yeah, seemingly cyger maybe got too nervous once he saw that, you know, he wasn't in the lead. Maybe it was the nerves, maybe it was just fatigue. I mean, I didn't expect to see a miss during this map, but hey, it happens. But yeah, pretty commanding point taken by Woey. And it's all up to cyger's pick.
Yeah, cyger really needs to think here on what they want to go for here for this final pick. I mean, they do have a hybrid map left on the board, I believe. And I feel that's what they will go for as a last resort to hopefully keep things at a tie and send this match to a tiebreaker. But we're going to have to see. And yep, we are going to see Hybrid 1 come out here. I was anticipating this pick.
Geometry Dash, isn't it?
It's actually from
Geometry Dash.
Is this from Geometry Dash? Or is it like
not too
popular?
Sure. I think it was.
Dash?
I think it was from Geometry Dash, I'm not too sure.
I have next to no knowledge in Geometry Dash, so...
Well, beside that, it's a banger. Anyway, we'll get right into the match point map. Either cyger takes it to tiebreaker or Woey wins with a 2-point advantage.
Yeah, here we go. And opening up this map.
Yep. Go on.
Early miss. Early break from Woey here, but cyger's accuracy is really suffering here. And oh man, they are about to drop this A rank here. I feel that beginning was just a bit too dense for them. As wow, that was a bit of a, I wouldn't say collapse, but I mean, there's no better way to put it.
That was a very unfortunate break miss from cyger. I mean, I have no clue what happened there, but is it even come back though at this point?
Yeah, that was just such a catastrophic miss. I don't think, even if all of the odds were on the side of cyger, I don't think it would really matter, honestly. That was such a huge miss. Unless, hey, I mean, I've seen a lot of insane things happen in my career as a commentator, so this isn't the least of my, or this isn't the most of my concern. But I mean, with this map reaching its conclusion, it's looking more like, yes, this will be the end for cyger in this winner's bracket, as yeah, that accuracy really took a toll. Those very early breaks really put the nail in the coffin for cyger, as they will unfortunately drop down to the loser's bracket. But Woey will take this match 4-2.
What a performance from both of these players overall. I mean, yeah, except for the last map for cyger, where he found, like, you know, some catastrophic misses. I mean, both players did phenomenal. I must say, it was a very, very close match, even to the end. But yeah, unfortunately, one player has to move on and one player has to drop down.
Yeah, unfortunately, there can only be one winner, and this winner will be Woey, as they will move on to the winners round of 16 to verse either Spanner Dude, also known as Tang Momentum, or Crit X. And for Woey, they will drop down to, I mean, not for cyger, they will drop down to the losers bracket to verse whoever loses that match. And that will wrap up Saturday. We will be back in about an hour and a half for the next match. Sunday 0 UTC, it'll be, I believe, Dimples are me versus Jackson. So I'll start an hour and a half from now. So take this time to stretch, relax. We will see you then. treeidk, anything else to close off?
Well, not much, but yeah, hopefully we'll see you in the next stream, and that's about it from me.
Yeah, we will see you all later. Goodbye.